You're not eating differently. You're not moving less. But something has shifted. Your stomach feels different than it did 2 years ago. Your patience is thinner than you remember. And no matter how many hours you sleep, you wake up feeling like you haven't rested at all. You've probably blamed stress, maybe age, maybe both. But here's the question almost no one asks. What if those things are connected, not by coincidence, but by one biological messenger your body uses every single day? Today, we look at 7 signs that may suggest your stress system has been running above its natural level for too long, and what that actually means for how you feel. Most people notice it gradually. Not one dramatic moment, just a slow accumulation of small things that didn't used to be there. Weight shifting somewhere it didn't used to sit. Energy that drops before the afternoon even arrives. A version of yourself that reacts more quickly and recovers more slowly. Individually, none of these feel significant enough to act on, but together, they start to form a pattern, and that pattern has a name. Why would one hormone affect weight, sleep quality, mood, energy, focus, cravings, and immunity all at once? It sounds like too much for one molecule to do, but your body doesn't work in separate departments. It works in networks. And cortisol sits at the center of one of its most important ones. To understand the signs, we first need to understand what this system was actually built to do. Cortisol is produced by your adrenal glands, small structures that sit just above your kidneys. Think of it like a smoke alarm built into your biology. When real danger appears, the alarm activates. Cortisol rises, sharpens your attention, floods your muscles with available energy, and gets your body ready to respond. When the danger passes, the alarm quiets. Cortisol drops. Your body shifts back into repair and recovery mode. That rhythm, rise, peak, decline, repeats every 24 hours as part of your circadian system. Cortisol is highest in the early morning, helping you wake up and feel ready. It gradually declines through the day, reaching its lowest point during deep sleep, so your body can actually repair itself. Here's where the problem begins. Modern stress isn't usually a single moment of danger that resolves quickly. It's ongoing, low-grade, persistent, and when the alarm is triggered day after day without enough time to fully quiet, the system starts adapting in ways that eventually become visible. That's what the 7 signs are, not random inconveniences, not just aging. They are the sound of a smoke alarm that hasn't been able to turn off. Sign 1. You wake between 2 and 4 a.m. You fall asleep without trouble. But sometime between 2 and 4 in the morning, you're awake again. Sometimes your mind is already moving. Sometimes it's just a quiet alertness that won't let you sink back under. Remember the smoke alarm? Normally, it should be completely quiet during deep night sleep, cortisol at its lowest, body in full repair mode. But when the alarm has been running too often during the day, it can start misfiring at night, sending activating signals before your body is ready for them. Your brain interprets this as time to be alert, even when there is no reason to be. From a survival standpoint, this made sense for short-term danger. In modern life, where the pressure doesn't have a clear endpoint, it becomes disruptive in a very specific window of the night. Occasional waking is completely normal, but when this pattern repeats, same rough time, several nights a week, it's worth paying attention to what your stress system has been carrying during the day. Sign 2. You're tired, but can't relax. You feel exhausted. But when you finally have a quiet moment, your body doesn't fully switch off. The mind keeps moving. Tension stays somewhere in the body. Rest feels incomplete. This is sometimes called wired, but tired, and it reflects a specific imbalance in the nervous system. Your body has 2 modes, activation and recovery. When stress is sustained over time, the activation side can stay slightly switched on, even when there is no immediate demand. The smoke alarm is quieter now, but it never fully goes off. So even when you're lying still, your system remains in a mild state of readiness. This isn't a failure of willpower or the ability to relax. It's an adaptation. Your system has learned to stay prepared. And adaptations, even unhelpful ones, can be shifted again with the right signals over time. Sign 3. Weight gathers around the abdomen. You may notice weight settling more around your midsection, even if your diet and movement habits haven't changed significantly. Cortisol plays a direct role in how your body manages energy storage. When the alarm is frequently activated, the body prioritizes fast fuel availability, keeping energy accessible and close to the core, where it can be deployed quickly. Over extended periods, this can lead to preferential storage around the abdomen. One important note: weight is influenced by many factors simultaneously: sleep quality, insulin sensitivity, genetics, age, and hormones all interact. This is not a simple one-cause explanation, but it is a pattern worth recognizing. If your body shape has been shifting gradually, without a clear dietary reason, your stress system may be one of several contributors worth exploring. Sign 4. Sugar and salty cravings. Cravings for something sweet or salty appear often in the afternoon, often during or after stressful periods. This is the smoke alarm looking for fuel. When cortisol is elevated, your body anticipates high energy demand and begins searching for fast sources to meet it. Sugar provides rapid glucose, salt plays a role in fluid balance and certain stress response mechanisms. At the same time, emotional stress can also influence eating patterns, not because of lack of control, but because the brain is trying to self-regulate through available signals. This is not a lack of discipline. It is a biological system trying to stabilize itself with the resources it has access to. Recognizing that distinction doesn't make the cravings disappear, but it does change the conversation from self-criticism to curiosity, which is a much more useful starting point. Sign 5. Brain fog and forgetfulness. You walk into a room and can't remember why, or find yourself rereading the same paragraph several times without it landing, or lose the thread of a conversation you were just part of. When the alarm has been running for a long time, the brain begins reallocating resources. Functions that require sustained attention, working memory, and long-term recall are considered lower priority than immediate awareness and reactivity. So those systems, focus, mental clarity, verbal retrieval, can become less accessible. Not gone, but less sharp. This does not suggest something degenerative is happening. It does not automatically indicate conditions like dementia. It reflects a temporary shift in how the brain is distributing its energy. The reassuring part? These systems are highly responsive to change. When the stress system gets more consistent recovery, cognitive clarity often returns, sometimes quite noticeably. Sign 6. Mood changes. You notice yourself reacting more quickly than you used to. Patience feels shorter. Small frustrations feel larger. Emotional fatigue builds faster. The alarm again. Stress hormones influence the parts of the brain responsible for emotional regulation, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which helps filter and moderate responses. When cortisol has been elevated consistently, that filtering function can become less efficient. The result isn't a personality change, it's a state change. And states, unlike personality, are responsive to conditions. The important perspective here is self-recognition without judgment. Emotional reactivity under sustained pressure is not a character flaw. It's a signal that something in the system is overloaded. And signals, when understood clearly, point toward what needs attention, not toward something being fundamentally wrong with you. Sign 7. Slower recovery from illness. You catch something that should resolve in a few days, and it lingers for a week. Or you notice that during heavy stretches of stress, you seem more susceptible to minor illness than usual. Cortisol, in short bursts, actually has anti-inflammatory properties, useful for managing immediate immune challenges. But when it remains elevated over weeks and months, its effect on immunity shifts. The body, still prioritizing what feels like ongoing threat, begins deprioritizing longer-term repair and immune maintenance. It's not that your immune system stops working. It's that it's running on a reduced budget. Many factors affect immunity, sleep, nutrition, age, underlying conditions. This is not a single cause relationship. But if recovery feels slower than it used to, and stress has been a consistent presence, the connection is worth holding as a possibility and bringing to a doctor if the pattern persists. There is a widespread belief that cortisol is harmful, that high cortisol is something to eliminate. This misses something important. Without cortisol, you would struggle to wake up in the morning. You would have difficulty regulating blood sugar. You would not respond effectively to physical or mental demands. Cortisol is not the enemy. The smoke alarm is not the problem. The problem is when the alarm can't quiet down, when the system doesn't get enough recovery time between activations to reset properly. The goal is not zero cortisol. The goal is restored rhythm. That distinction matters because it changes what you're actually working toward. There is no single fix, and anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. But there are 3 categories of daily signal that research consistently links to healthier cortisol rhythm, and they're not complicated: light and timing. Waking at a consistent time and getting natural light in the first hour of the day helps anchor your cortisol rhythm. The morning rise is supposed to happen. The goal is to make sure it happens on schedule, not early. Movement. Not intense exercise during high-stress periods, but regular moderate movement. Walking, particularly in natural settings, has consistent evidence for supporting stress hormone regulation. Sleep consistency. Not just duration, but regularity. Your cortisol system runs on a clock. Irregular sleep disrupts that clock more than most people realize. These aren't quick fixes. They're signals. And your body responds to signals that repeat consistently over time, not to things done once. These 7 signs are common and widely experienced, but they are not specific to elevated cortisol alone, and they are not a diagnosis. Many of these symptoms can have other causes, including thyroid conditions, sleep disorders, nutritional deficiencies, and more. If symptoms are severe, rapidly worsening, or accompanied by unexplained weight loss, significant depression, chest pain, or fainting, medical evaluation is important. This content is for education and awareness. Diagnosis requires a healthcare professional, and in some cases, a simple blood test can provide much clearer answers than any symptom list. Your body is not working against you. In most cases, the symptoms we've discussed today began as your body's attempt to adapt, to protect you under sustained pressure. Understanding the mechanism behind them doesn't immediately resolve them, but it changes the relationship you have with them. From confusion to information, from frustration to recognition. And that shift from seeing symptoms as problems to seeing them as signals is usually where recovery actually begins. If several of these signs felt familiar, there's one more connection worth making. The same cortisol rhythm that drives afternoon crashes and night waking also plays a direct role in why legs cramp during sleep, particularly the 2 to 4 a.m. window we mentioned in Sign 1. We break down exactly how that happens in our episode on nighttime leg cramps, including what's happening in the body during that specific window and what tends to help. Link is on screen now. Until next time, keep listening. Your body has been communicating all along.